And now, John Wilson with TAG's Top 40 Committee.
So let's do this. He nailed it, didn't he? Why no questions? I don't know. I got a dozen or two that I'd like to ask him, but thank you, really. So let me add one example of innovation that I saw this week that on TV I thought I'd just share with you. Monday night, I watched Mad Money, and I watched Jim Cramer interview the chairman and CEO of 3M. And they were going through the normal banter back and forth, and it's a crazy show. That's kind of cool. But the critical piece that I took out of the conversation was that fully 1/3 of 3M's products today that they're selling did not exist 5 years ago. Now, how do you do that? So the chairman was asked, this is Inga Tulin, was asked, what do you do to do this? And he again pointed to finding innovative leaders, getting them brought up, getting them brought into the culture of the company in a way that you can actually harvest those innovations in time to make a difference. If you don't, it's over. So I encourage you to think about this as we go through this. We've had some great examples of this today. You're going to see 4 more of our top 10 following this, and so we're going to move to that very quickly. I just wanted to say one other thing to add to Dennis's comments. I think we all sense in this world of innovation that we're seeing more and more of this across our state today. We see some incredible communities coming together just to plan themselves to be ready for innovation. How do we shape our community to be a little more supportive of that? And we just go to so many startup events and hackathons and demo days. In fact, it's the calendar's just full of them, and I thank all of you for your willingness to share, to volunteer, to be a part of this process. This whole TAG Top 40 thing could not exist without the volunteers that are in this room. Altogether, we're witnessing the magic of customer discovery, the search for authentic demand, the news of successful funding rounds, and yes, even that elusive exit and return of the serial entrepreneur to our community, who's not only an entrepreneur but an investor. So just in this room, think about this. Names like Rackley, Noonan, Klaus, Rowland, Arnold, Patton, Davieri, Bradford, Cummings, and the list keeps growing. Think about that. We are doing it. So I don't know about you, but I think this is a lot of fun, and that's what we're all in here for. So my thanks to the innovators. Let's call up the balance of our top 10 companies for their presentations. And then following their talks, we're going to open up the voting for this year's People's Choice Awards. So you get to add a little flavor to the magic today. So pay close attention to our last 4. Remember the preceding 6, and get ready to vote your choices, and we'll tell you how to do that afterwards. So here on the stage coming up are Bastille, Greenway Health, Rest, and Sharecare.
Hello. I have no idea how to follow up kid-friendly MRI machines. It was really good. Okay. So I'm Tracy Curran. I run marketing for Bastille, and Bastille is providing security for the Internet of Things. Many of you probably already know that both Cisco and Gartner predict that the Internet of Things will be 50 billion devices by 2020. And to put this into some context, that means that devices will outnumber the human population 4-to-1. Yet 70% of executives still have concerns around security in the IoT. Bastille was founded to address this concern. Here you'll see, well, let me start about our founder. Our founder and CEO is Chris Ruland, and our motto is you can't protect what you can't see, and that really was the vision that he had and the reason why he established the company. But as you'll see in the illustration, this is Alice, and she's starting her day at work. By 2020, the average employee will have 6 connected devices on them. And what Bastille is able to do is scan the entire wireless spectrum and pick up, detect any device that's emitting an RF signal. So we're able to see everything from wearables to wireless devices, tablets, and so on. What we do with that information is as Alice moves throughout the environment, we are able to monitor her RF devices for any abnormal behavior. If any of her devices display abnormal behavior, we're able to send an alert in real time to the IT security teams so that they can investigate. We're localizing devices as Alice moves throughout her day, and this helps us to establish historical information. This historical information is key in the event of a breach to have that type of information for forensic analysis. So I wanted to talk about some of our use cases just briefly. The whole goal of Bastille is to bring situational awareness into the enterprise and to provide enterprise-level security for the Internet of Things. So some of our early use cases are in very sensitive rooms like boardrooms and C-suites. In a boardroom, for instance, we would be able to detect if there's an active call during a sensitive meeting. We can provide geofencing for C-suites, and we can detect if somebody who's not authorized to go into a CEO's office is in there. We also have the ability to see who's in control rooms. I think Target got picked on earlier, but I'm going to pick on them again. The Target breach in 2014 actually originated from a contractor who was working on some equipment. So it's really key when a large-scale breach happens that you have the historical data of what devices were in your airspace so that you can conduct forensic analysis. And then one of our most successful use cases coming out of our early pilots, and we still are in pilot, we won't go into general availability until late this year, but is in data centers. We're finding that there's a lot of open, especially Bluetooth connections that a lot of IT teams are unaware of. And insider threats are becoming more notable. So rogue employees are coming in and leaving behind 4G hotspots, and those hotspots are being used to transmit data. So Bastille would not only be able to see the device emitting, but they would also be able to detect if any device, whether it's allowed to be there or not, is trying to transfer out large amounts of data. So at a very high level, Bastille's providing right now intrusion detection for the IoT. If you guys are familiar with Chris Rulin, I'm sure that we're going to go on to have IPS services in the future. But we are thrilled to be part of the Georgia community, and we are happy to be one of the companies that make this a great innovative technology hub. Thanks.
All right, good morning. I'm T. Green, the CEO of Greenway Health. Thank you for choosing us as a top innovator, one that's dedicated to innovations that not only improve health, but saves lives. Greenway's health platform empowers doctors to improve health of not only individuals, but entire populations, while reducing cost and increasing efficiency. Our solutions are used by more than 80,000 providers and pharmacists nationwide to transform our healthcare system into one that delivers better outcomes and greater value. Innovation has been a top priority of ours since day one. Seeing gaps in this Frankenstein healthcare world, we built one of the first fully integrated electronic health records practice management solutions on the market. This means that no data gets lost while delivering critical health services and running an efficient organization. We've continued to advance interoperability between our platform and others because it saves lives. After all, improving care means improving how doctors share information with each other. If you're a patient and your information can't go from one doctor to another, not only is that frustrating, it's dangerous. Greenway's consistently been on the front lines of helping develop these cross-vendor interoperability platforms. We were the first to achieve interoperability with the big Epic and Cerner systems, and you may have read that some say that's not possible, but we've done it very successfully. And we've opened up our systems architecture. No more Hotel California in the healthcare industry where you can come and you can't leave. But we've created an API that allows others to come and develop on this very advanced platform. And in today's 24/7 world, we've ensured that our customers can access our information anywhere, anytime, on any device. Our mobile platform is also available in 11 different languages. So what's next at Greenway? We're investing over $100 million this year in R&D alone. I can't divulge all our secrets, but one that's on the immediate horizon is a brand new consumer platform, Greenway Patient, making it easier for patients and providers to collaborate with each other. Greenway's committed to accelerating the shift from patients to consumers who take a more active role in their health care. This is essential because, as we all know, high deductible plans are going up and we are becoming greater experts of quality of care. So that's Greenway Health and our commitment to constantly accelerating the pace of innovation. We're driven to evolve this disjointed healthcare something into a true healthcare system that brings quality to all. So on behalf of Team Greenway Health, I want to thank TAG for recognizing us as one of the top innovators this year.
Hello. I'd say good morning, but everybody said good morning at least once. I'm Rob Golden. I'm the CEO and founder of Rest, and I'm happy to introduce you to the Rest Smart Bed today. For 50,000 years, people have been trying to get a good night's sleep, and it's been hard to get. Straw, horsehair, springs, every conceivable foam and latex, trying to make you sleep better. How many of you out there ever have trouble sleeping? Raise your hand. Oh my gosh, it's everybody pretty much. Something's not working. And here's what the problem is. The problem is sleep is dynamic. All night long, our stages of sleep, our positions, our bodies are changing. But the beds we're laying on are not. So it's inevitable that as time goes on during the night, our body's going to need different support surfaces and features from our beds, and they're just not going to get them. And that's going to wake us up, and it's going to make it trouble for us to get back to sleep. What we've developed is the first real smart bed, a bed that has a very innovative, patented fabric, a smart fabric inside of it that monitors your body all night long, your positions, your needs, your pressure points, and adjusts actively all night long so that you're comfortable and so that you don't wake up, so that you get a good night's sleep. Never in history has there been a bed that actually adapts to what you need during the night. This is the first one. This is the most eagerly anticipated sleep product that we've ever heard of. Basically, every retailer in the world is interested in the Smart Rest bed, and everyone is interested in giving it a try. We've been very gratified to receive over 7 awards at the CES show this January for most innovative among 10,000 products that exhibited at that show. Right now, there are 300 stores in Europe with our Rest beds. And this summer, there'll be even more in the United States. We're very proud to be an Atlanta company. We're very proud to have our first showroom right across town at 1000 Marietta. Please come see us. And we're very proud to add thousands of jobs to the Atlanta economy over the next few years. At least that's our goal. Right outside, conveniently opposite the restrooms, is a Smart Rest bed. Give it a look, give it a try, and take a nap maybe. But thanks so much, and thanks for this honor today.
Good afternoon. My name's Jeff Arnold. I'm the CEO of Sharecare. It's a real honor to be here today, so thank you for allowing Sharecare to participate. I was here a couple years ago for a different reason, and I always like talking about the future more than I like talking about the past. So starting with Sharecare, let's see if I've got the right clicker here. It says Sharecare. Are we switching over the presentation? Okay, perfect. So today what we're going to talk about with Sharecare is how we think about innovation and how do you turn our healthcare system into a system of health and wellness, and how do you truly optimize consumer-driven healthcare. Make sure we're going here. This has happened to me many times, so okay. All right, great. So our vision for optimizing consumer-driven healthcare is we believe that there's a need to create the most pervasive health profile. Nobody's done that yet. At Sharecare, we have 87 million opt-in members, and similar to how Amazon has created your retail profile and has gotten so good at predictive analytics, Sharecare, through ultra-personalization, hopes to build your health profile. The way that we're going to do that is that we have been building a very innovative stack of services in the cloud of different products that meet people today at different places in their health journey, realizing that all of us are in different places in that journey. A couple of the products that I thought I would highlight today is one is an innovative test that we have called the Real Age Test. This is our health risk assessment or our registration platform that we've had over 40 million people take. And what the Real Age Test does is it tells you what your body age is, not your calendar age. And the science has gotten so precise that we've been able to get the United States Army to mandate that every soldier every year take the Real Age Test. We've created what we think is an innovative app. It's called AskMD. And this is kind of our Watson meets Uber app. You pull out Siri and you tell Siri your symptom, and we'll tell you what the likely cause is of your problem. We won the Appy of the Year last year for Best Medical App. Apple featured us recently on stage at one of their big conferences. And on April 9th of this year, through AskMD, we're going to give away 5,000 free doctor appointments in one day where you'll be able to FaceTime with a doctor within 2 minutes. Like everybody, we're trying to Uberize the world as well. And so in this new consumer-driven healthcare market that we have, in a buyers and seller connected world, the buyer in healthcare is now the patient, the seller is the provider. So recently, we partnered with a $50 billion healthcare system, and we created an innovation lab. And our goal inside that innovation lab, working with this entity that sees 20 million patients a year, is how do we start to architect how physicians are going to prescribe apps to their patients in the future. Got a little delay here. Here we go. We also believe in the spirit of innovation that we're not living in a mobile-first world anymore. We truly are living in a mobile-only world. And to live in a mobile-only world, what we think is going to be extremely important is how do you start to build frameworks in that mobile-only world? Sorry, guys. Okay, so how are we going to build a framework in a mobile-only world? So we've come up with this lifestyle framework that we call Living in the Green. And what Living in the Green is all about how do you get frictionless insights off people's smartphones? How do you start to drive hyper self-awareness? And how do you build a currency in someone's life where you can start to give them micropayments on their real age, and through all that really start to simplify health? We've spent $50 million in the last 6 months on voice technology. We've become really enamored with the idea of how do you take a fractal pattern in somebody's voice and in a scientifically validated way, to take that voice and determine exactly what one's mindset is and how that mindset relates to one's stress. So we basically turn voice real-time into stress readings, and it's amazing what you find the difference between actual stress and perceived stress, especially when you tie it to a relationship and an effort to change behavior. But that's just the baseline. So the baseline is how are we going to take this voice and basically begin to onboard the world into the Sharecare platform in every language. And then how do we start to collect other frictionless data off your smartphone and be able to apply it to a Living in the Green framework? So we're going to do things like looking at your accelerometer and looking at your connected devices. We're going to look at your weather. We're going to look at your traffic patterns. And we're going to make the bet that there are going to be, through these new technologies, new health discoveries. So that simple phone call that you made is going to be able to detect fatigue in your voice. And for a diabetic, it's going to determine potentially a drop in blood sugar. We're going to put Instagram-type filters on your photos. And we believe that those Instagram-type photos, with some predictive analytics and some artificial intelligence, are going to be able to detect the early onset of disease. The idea with the Living in the Green framework and all these different innovative products and services and building a health profile is these products and services have to be with you everywhere. So when the Apple Watch launches, the Living in the Green will launch with it. And you'll be able to get a real-time indicator of the quality of your health and the quality of your relationships. Over the last 4 years, as we've been working on Sharecare, we've become over 800 strong with our employees. We've recruited over 20,000 experts into the platform. We have over 150 trusted health and wellness brands that are working with us at working with us at Sharecare. And the reason that they're working together with us is because we're all big believers that the emotional and physical well-being of people matter. And what we hope for through all this effort is that we'll be able to turn real stress or bad health into real happiness and real joy. And at Sharecare, we believe if we're able to do that, that's real innovation. Thank you.